Hey guys, it's Victoria. So I've been wanting to make a vlog for like years before I even started vlogging. The first time I applied for the college program, I wished I had had this vlog that I want to make for you guys. And those are the most helpful vlogs I've seen, are ones where people get on here and they say, this is what I wish I had known when I applied for the Disney college program. So this is what I wish I had known when I did the web-based interview for the Disney college program. This has been kind of hard for me to get myself to talk about. And you know what, I was like, if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it, because there's a chance that apps are dropping tomorrow. So I just want to get this video posted. I want to get it made, I want to get it posted. I have not written anything out, so I'm just gonna tell you the things that come to my head about the web-based interview. So I'm filming this in my kitchen. I just moved in to my apartment in Nashville on Thursday. It is now Monday. I just had my first day of work. That's why I'm dressed in like a white button-down kind of thing. I have at least some Mickey earrings on and a Mickey ring on. But yeah, so I'm not like super Disney or anything, and I don't have a like vlog space set up yet, so I just came to do it here because I think that this quote by Walt Disney here that I have is very much pertains to the Disney college program. It says, if you can dream it, you can do it. It's one of those quotes that I'm honestly not sure he ever said. Somebody tell me in the comments if you know whether he actually ever said that or not. I haven't like fixed my hair or my makeup or anything, but I just want to make this video for you guys. So after 1 minute and 21 seconds of me just blabbing on, let's get this thing started. Okay, so the web-based interview is the first thing you will do after you apply, unless you were put into applied, which used to be called submission. So the first time I applied for the Disney college program, I had just transferred to my university in Kentucky, and I really just was like in a weird place, and I wanted to kind of get away for a while, so I applied to the Disney college program. I kind of always had the perception that the Disney college program was just something you did. It wasn't something hard to get into. I thought it was just whatever. My dad actually used to go visit Korean interns from a sister university for my university, and so I was just, he thought this too. We just thought, you know, you applied, you went, you know? And maybe at one point that was a little more how it was, but now it is such a competitive internship. I think they say like 26,000 people apply for about 4,000 spaces. So it's a very competitive internship, which I don't think a lot of people realize. I didn't realize that. But the first thing you do is you just apply. The application process is pretty standard. You say whether you're interested in Disneyland or Disney World or both. And if you're interested in Disneyland, just to let you know, it does have a much smaller group accepted, like a couple hundred, where Disney World has a couple thousand. But anyways, you fill out your application. You just say you can put up to 5 jobs, and it can be paid positions or volunteer positions. The time I applied, I think all but one of mine had been a I think 2 were volunteer. No, 2 were volunteer and 2 paid. Anyways, doesn't matter. I was invited for a web-based interview immediately. I was really excited, but anyways, let me skip back real quick. You fill out the application, it's really basic, and you put what roles you're interested in. That is something I should probably do a different video on. You really need to research what roles you're interested in, because it's something you're gonna be doing for months, and you don't wanna hate it and end up terming on your program, which is quitting. Because then you have issues getting back to the company and all that kind of stuff. So, once you've applied, you'll be either put into now what is called applied, it was at the time called submission, or you'll just be sent to the web-based interview. And that can take like some time too. It's not necessarily gonna be immediately. But the first time I applied, it was immediately. So I was good to go, you know? And then I decided to take it, I don't remember if I took it that night or the next day, but I went next door to my grandparents' house because I wanted to make sure I had good Wi-Fi and everything. And I sat down by myself to take it, and I failed it. And that was humiliating. I had told a couple people I was applying. Thankfully, I hadn't told the whole world I was applying. But it was just, I couldn't believe that because the web-based interview, when you take it, at the very end, it either tells you immediately, like, your next steps are the phone interview, or your next steps are, we're no longer interested in you. You at this time, you don't fit our roles. And that was heartbreaking to hear. A lot of people who know me know that I'm very Disney, and I think of myself as very Disney. You know, I'm bubbly and friendly, and at least that sounds weird to say about yourself. And that's really what I struggled with on the web-based interview, is that you have to say, you know, like, you know, I'm more friendly than most people, strongly agree to strongly disagree. I didn't feel comfortable saying I'm more friendly than most people. To me, that felt rude, so I put disagree. Wrong answer, folks. You want to show yourself when you take the web-based interview as the happiest, friendliest, Disneyest employee ever. So, you know, you are more friendly than everyone else. You are more on time than everyone else. You are just a pixie dust, rainbow, sunshine angel. And you just, you know, you need to present yourself like that in the web-based interview, which is what I really wish I had pep talked myself into doing. So yeah, I put things like, because I simultaneously did not research the web-based interview enough and way overthought it. So I put these are things that I wish I'd known. So there's a question that says, you know, the customer is always right. Agree or disagree? Guess what I put? I put disagree because I'm stupid, and I was like, well, the customer's not really always right, you know. But you have to think of this as, I really overthought this. You have to think of it as, what does Disney want? And Disney is definitely one of those companies that's like, the customer is always right, the guest is always right, whatever we can do to make the guest happy, that's what we're doing. Now I've actually been reading the Be Our Guest book. I cannot remember who wrote it. But anyways, Be Our Guest, it talks about Disney's customer service and all that. And one of the things they talk about is you want the guest to leave happier than they expect it to be. So think about that when you're doing this. You know, the customer is always right. You want the guest to feel like they are just the king and queen and princess and princes of their day, you know, when they visit the parks. So yeah, the customer is always right. Just a tip there. And you probably all knew that. You're probably gonna laugh at me for not having put that, but yeah. That probably right there, they were like, why are we even letting her finish this web-based interview? So anyways, thankfully it was just a computer. There was another question that a lot of people don't talk about. It says like, I enjoy a good party. Strongly agree, strongly disagree. Well, I'm not someone who's out drinking till 3 a.m. and partying it up, you know, so I was like, disagree, agree. I don't know what to say because, you know, I enjoy a good, like, I don't really like pizza, but I enjoy a pizza party kind of thing, you know, like board games and movie watching and hang out with my friends. I love having a good time, but I'm not really like a drugs and alcohol partier, so I really didn't know how to answer that. But think of it like, I'm pretty sure the right answer, because I put like agree, not strongly agree, when I've passed it before, because I have passed the web-based interview a couple times now. But yeah, so I put agree now. And I think that's good because if you think about it, they have like the Move It, Shake It party, like the dance parties and stuff in the parks, and they have the Christmas party and the Halloween party. Disney's like a party atmosphere. It's just not like a, you know, party atmosphere. So anyways, I put agree now. I really don't know which is right, so I'm having to switch my arms. Like I said, I don't have a vlogging station set up, so I'm just having to hold my arm out like this. So yeah. So yeah, the party question kind of threw me off a lot. The one that shouldn't have, which was the customer service one about, you know, the guest is always right. That threw me off, which it really shouldn't have. Don't let that throw you off. Don't overthink this, you know. This is a really standard. When people say, oh, it's really standard, that's what made me feel even worse, was like, how did I fail this? Like, how could you possibly fail something that's that straightforward? But you know, in the moment, it didn't seem straightforward. Also, you have a limited amount of time to take this. If you don't answer a question quickly enough, it will skip. So as soon as you get to the question, push one, don't press next, but go ahead and push an answer so you have something answered. But just try not to put like the wrong answer. And I know it's hard to say the wrong answer whenever it's how you feel about it, but there are some that are going to be clearly the wrong answer. So there was the partying one. Another one that threw me off was and like things you have to rank like most excited to least excited about. And one of them was like being away from friends and family, most excited or least excited. And I'm like, okay, if I say most excited, I sound like a psychopath. Like, oh yeah, I get to be away from my friends and family. I hate them so much. Like, of course not. I love my friends and family. But if I put strongly disagree, then I feel like it's, oh, well, you know, she's gonna have to leave early. She's gonna term herself because she misses her friends and family too much. So that was another one. I know they say like to never put a middle of the road answer on this thing, which is another thing I did. I'm a very middle of the road person. I'm like, well, it depends. That's just how I am. Everything is it depends to me. It's probably because my dad's a marketing professor. Thanks, Pops. But anyways, so yeah, sorry, my sink's going back here because I have my dishwasher running. Anyways, yeah, this is super informal right now. I just wanted to get you this information. This is super important information for taking the web-based interview. I do not want you to fail it like I did because that feeling is so humiliating to fail the web-based interview. If you do, it sucks because then you have to wait 6 months to apply again and you're just out of the running like that. Like you don't ever get to like show who you are by talking to someone. So I just don't want anyone to be in that situation. I really want everyone to succeed. I have now passed the web-based interview twice. My Disney College Program history real quick is I applied, failed the web-based interview. I applied again, got put in submission, which was awful because then I didn't get a chance either. And then, actually that's not even true. Scratch that. Applied, failed the web-based interview, applied, passed the web-based interview, got a phone interview, and then I got no longer consideration the like second to last day. Then the next time I applied, I got submission for like 12 days. And then I was like, and that's just kind of being in limbo, which they now call applied. And that's just where nothing's really happening with your application. You can't do any interviews or anything. And some people never get out of that. And that's also, I just feel so bad when that happens. But yeah, so I got pulled out of submission. And so if you're in submission, don't worry, it's okay. You can get out of submission. Also, then so I did the phone interview, and I got, submission, got pulled out of submission, web-based interview, or actually I think my web-based interview is still good. Phone interview, yeah, my web-based interview is still good. It's still good for 6 months, and that's whether you pass or fail. So if you fail, then you have to wait 6 months to apply again. If you pass, if you apply again within 6 months and you're not put in submission or you're pulled out of submission in time, you can go straight to the phone interview, which was awesome. So I went to the phone interview, and all of my phone interviews, I really personally feel like have gone well. It's not like, I have been accepted once now, but it's not like I felt like that phone interview was like exponentially better or anything. So it's kind of weird. But anyways, then I was no longer consideration again. So I was pretty heartbroken every time that I've been no longer consideration. I think it's been like 3 times now, and then technically a 4th, but that was my own fault because I applied, put in submission again, pulled out of submission again. So I've been pulled out of submission twice. If you were in submission / applied, do not lose hope. You can get out. I know it's not that common, but you can get out. I am living proof of this. So, wow, I've been talking for 11 minutes. I promise I'm gonna wrap this up. So yeah, I was put in submission. Yep, that's what happened this last time. Put in submission, got pulled out of submission, web-based interview, phone interview. This time that phone interview, I guess it did go a little better because I had started working at JCP, and so I had retail experience, and I could really like talk about my experience in my current job, and I feel like that really did help me. But it's not like I thought the interviews before that went poorly. I guess it was just good that I had recent retail experience, and I really do think that's what let me get accepted this last time. Unfortunately, I had 2 days before I got accepted to the college program, I had accepted this position that I'm at now in Nashville. I am still enjoying my time here. It was just so heartbreaking to have to, I got merchandise, which was my top choice role, and to have to turn that down was just like, oh, it was awful. So I hope that never happens to you either. If it does, try again. My web-based interview should still be good by the time apps drop. I really think they may drop tomorrow, if not probably in a week. Nobody knows. The recruiters will tweet little hints, but they also don't tweet the dates. If you want to follow the recruiters, Kirk and Christy are great ones to follow. Just Google or get on the Disney College Program Facebook pages and you can find all that kind of information. But anyways, that about wraps it up. Do not let the web-based interview trip you up. Do research it. Do go into it, you know, with the mindset that I am the best employee there has ever been, and that is how I'm going to present myself, even though that feels super, super awkward. But yeah, so thank you for listening to me ramble for nearly 13 minutes. I really just wanted to impart this knowledge upon you guys, let you know a little bit about my history with the Disney College program. I'll probably do another video on this some other time, but I do also want to say that even if you don't get in, I personally have so much more confidence now from doing all these interviews, and I really just thank you to the Disney College program for rejecting me so many times. I know that sounds so weird, and I really wish I'd gotten in every single time and been able to do the program once or twice or 3 times, but I have become such a much stronger interviewer because of the Disney College program. And I will probably do a video on the phone interview at some other point, but right now I'm gonna wrap this up. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you're about to take the web-based interview, good luck, you can do it. You are a princess or a prince or a pirate, whatever you want to be, and you are a wonderful future cast member.